Although plenty of players are content to follow the way of the sword on their journey through the lands between, magic is surprisingly powerful in Elden Ring, to the point that some even call it overpowered. The School of Sorcery can prove to be the most devastating build for new players or Souls veterans alike. It takes some effort, but we've put together this quick and easy guide to creating a sorcery build in Elden Ring, from your first simple steps to becoming a master of magic. The best class to start with for sorceries is the Astrologer class, as it gives you high intelligence and mind stats, which is perfect for early spell slinging. We also recommend that you take the Fanged Imp's Ash Summon, as they make for a great distraction while also inflicting bleed damage. Once you've spoken to Melina and received your Spectral Steed, Torrent, grab the area map from the Gatefront ruins and turn west to follow the road up the hill, being careful of this troll ambush past the gate. Stop at the Stormhill Shack where you can grab a Stone Sword key, which you'll need in a little bit. From here, go east past the War Master's Shack and follow the road until you get to this enemy camp. You can take everyone out or run in to quickly loot the Beast Crest Heater Shield, a great early game shield that's light and blocks 100% of physical damage while guarding. Sorcerers don't usually have much health or equip load for strong armor sets, so this lightweight shield is perfect to keep yourself protected. Next, you need to get the Green Turtle Talisman located east of the camp you were just in Summon Water Village. Clear out or navigate around the village and go to the opposite side of the town where you'll see a staircase leading down to an underground chamber. Use the Stone Sword key you just got to unlock the stairs, then head inside to get the Green Turtle Talisman. This speeds up stamina recovery when equipped, which is important for being able to consistently cast cheaper spells. Swinging that arm all the time gets tiring. While you're nearby, descend the Tombstones and Spirit Springs and head south to reach the Third Church of Marika. Grab the Sacred Tear and also the Flask of Wondrous Physic next to the Site of Grace. This is a customizable flask that you can use throughout your entire playthrough, but you're also going to need it for something specific later on. Lastly, teleport back to the Church of Ella to find Renna and get the Spirit Calling Bell and Lone Wolf Ashes. This bell allows you to use your Feral Imps and other Ash summons in future boss battles. If Renna doesn't turn up for some reason, you can always buy the Spirit Calling Bell from the Twin Maiden Husks in Round Table Hold. Now that you've got some early game equipment, you need to gain a bunch of levels quickly so that you can use more powerful spells and gear, which we'll do by killing an ancient dragon. First though, you'll need an item that can help us get the most out of it. Here at the Waypoint Ruins, north of Lake Agil, you can grab this gold pickled Foulfoot, a consumable item that greatly increases the amount of runes rewarded by enemies. Keep heading south towards the Weeping Peninsula, where you will obtain our boss slaying weapon. Cross the Bridge of Sacrifice, and then keep on the path to find the Morning Star in the back of this crashed trailer. Keep in mind that you can two-hand a weapon to use it effectively if you don't quite meet the strength requirements for it. Now you are ready to use the teleporter just north of the Third Church of Marika, which will take you to the Bestial Sanctum in Caelid. Activate the Site of Grace inside the Sanctum to set your spawn. Go around this gargoyle, and then follow the road south to the Farum Gate Bridge. Cross the bridge while ignoring this dragon, and then head left to reach Len's Rise. Use this Spirit Spring to reach the top of the tower, where you'll find a Memory Stone. These stones increase the maximum number of spells you can equip, and can usually be found in other Rise towers like this one. Jump back up to the top of the cliff, and then follow the road southwest. Then, take this path to reach Fort Faroth. Are you ready to kill a dragon? Activate the Site of Grace in front of the fort, and then equip the Morningstar and Green Turtle Talisman. Nearby lies the massive Elder Dragon Greol, splayed out across the landscape. The dragon has about 90,000 health, which is a lot, but thanks to the bleed effect of the Morningstar, we can defeat it quite easily. You'll need to repeatedly tack the dragon's tail until the blood loss effect activates, taking out a flat percentage of HP. When the dragon's health is nearly depleted, eat the gold pickled Foulfoot you grabbed earlier to get the rune boost. Finish the dragon, and you should earn just short of 100,000 runes. Now, it's time to spend your bounty. You need to have 10 points in strength to use your shield, and about 15 points in vigor to give yourself a little more survivability. Finally, put all of your remaining runes into intelligence to increase your spell damage and your ability to cast stronger spells as well. Now, you're well on your way to becoming a Master Sorcerer. Our next stop is the Streets of Sage's Ruins. The fastest way there is by coming to the Dragon-Burnt Ruins in the south of Lake Agil. Find the staircase leading to a chamber beneath the ruins, and then open the chest at the end to be teleported to the Celia Crystal Mines in Caelid. We don't want any part of this place for now, so sprint down the mine, activate this Site of Grace, and then make your way to the Streets of Sage's ruins. You'll need to be careful of the Aeonian Swamp and its potential to give you Scarlet Rot, but you can ride Torrent to avoid the worst of it. Here in the ruins, you can find both the incredibly powerful Meteorite Staff as well as the Rock Sling spell, which are both very strong parts of our future loadout. The Meteorite Staff offers S scaling in intelligence, meaning that it will give us more damage the higher our intelligence stat is. The Rock Sling spell owes its strength to its fast cast time, as well as its ability to deal physical damage, allowing you to hurt enemies that might otherwise be resistant to magic. From here, head east to the stairs leading into Celia, Town of Sorcery. Climb onto the rooftops using Torrent's double jump while watching out for spirit sorcerers, and then make your way to the 3 towers spread out around the town. Light the flame in each tower to destroy all the magic barriers around the town. This will unlock various things for you, so go and grab the Spelldrake Talisman +1 and Night Comet spell from these chests, and then go back to a nearby Site of Grace to prepare for a boss fight. Be sure to equip the Meteorite Staff if you haven't, then memorize the Rock Sling and Night Comet spells before leaving the Site of Grace. Enter the boss door in the northwest corner of the town, which leads to the Nox Duo boss fight. 2 bosses who are particularly susceptible to our new Night Comet spell. Summon your feral imps to distract them, and then use your new equipment to make quick work of them. Defeating them gets you Lucet's Glintstone Staff, which will eventually be our ultimate weapon once we have the 52 intelligence required to wield it. With our new equipment, you're now ready to take on stronger enemies and tougher areas of the game. You are going to need the 2 halves of the Dectus Medallion to get into the Altus Plateau. The first is in Fort Feroth, near to where you killed the dragon earlier. Run into the fort, ignoring all the bats on the first floor, and then go up the ladder to the roof. Grab the first medallion from the chest at the top of the ladder, and then warp back to the 3rd Church of Marika where you used the Hidden Way Gate earlier. Head south through the Mistwood, and you will find Fort Height at the other end. You should be strong enough to defeat everyone here, but you can also run straight past everyone to the very top of the fort. Grab the 2nd medallion half here to complete the medallion. Now you can use the Dectus Medallion at the Grand Lift of Dectus in the north of Leonia of the Lakes. While on your way there, you can make a quick trip to the Church of Vows, where you can meet Muriel, Pastor of Vows, and learn some new magic. Go northeast from Academy Gate Town and up this canyon that is formed between the 2 cliffs, and then go up the hill to the northwest to find the church. After a nice chat with Muriel, you can buy the Magic Glintblade spell from him. Now you're free to head to the Grand Lift of Dectus, while being careful of the heavy amount of infantry along the way. Now that you've arrived in the Altus Plateau, you need to take a winding trip to find a powerful spell. From the top of the lift, head directly north to find the Erdtree Gazing Hill Site of Grace. Activate it and then climb the rocky steps up into this flooded town. Take out the Mariner or just ride straight past them to the west to find another Site of Grace. From here, follow the river while avoiding these geysers. Turn left at this fork in the road, and then head south once you reach Fort, Lyed. Ahead is a magma drake, which you can avoid by riding across or around the lava while continuing to ride south. Follow this path all the way around Mount Gelmir while avoiding this rune bear, and you will eventually reach the Hermit Village. Dash through the village and past the demi-human queen at the other end to find a Site of Grace sitting on the cliffside. Activate it and rest to reset the nearby enemies. Then interact with Primeval Sorcerer Azur to receive what may be the most powerful spell in the game, Comet Azur. If you fought Renala in Rhea Lucaria Academy, you will recognize this as the spell that she opens the 2nd phase of her fight with. It is a concentrated beam of energy that you can sustain for as long as your FP meter holds out for, and it deals plenty of damage. It does have its limitations, but we can work with them to make this spell truly deadly. Next, you need to find the Cerulean Hidden Tear, a component of our Flask of Wondrous Physic that temporarily gives us infinite FP. To find the Cerulean Tear, you need to have made your way to Volcano Manor, which we have a full guide for on IGN. Look for the mountain path underneath the manor entrance where you will find the Road of Iniquity Site of Grace. Just down the hill is a minor Erdtree where you can battle an ulcerated tree spirit that drops the final piece of our ultimate mage build, the Cerulean Hidden Tear. This battle is quite tough at our current level, as the tree spirit will likely kill you with any hit. If you need to level up a bit more, you can warp back to the Bestial Sanctum in Caelid and kill the militiamen wandering around the area who award roughly 1000 points per kill. You can also warp to the Round Table Hold and buy some items from the Twin Maiden husks, such as some protective knight armor and another memory stone. Once you have some new gear and more levels, go back and take down the spirit to claim your reward. The Cerulean hidden tier will make it so that any action that would normally cost FP can be cast for free for a small amount of time. This means that while Comet, Azur and other late game spells can be quite expensive for your FP meter, if you use your flask at the right moment, you can steamroll bosses with unshackled sorceries. Comet Azur requires 60 intelligence to use, and Lusat's Glintstone Staff doesn't reach its full potential until it is upgraded, so we can't put these endgame items to use just yet. Thankfully, with our current gear, you are strong enough to complete the first half of the game easily, so explore some areas that you missed and try out new spells as you come across them while slowly increasing your level. If you're wondering what to do first, here are some suggestions. Find the Academy Crystal Cave hidden under the western side of the Raya Lucaria Academy to get the Terra Magica spell. This spell creates a zone on the ground which significantly increases spell damage for any sorceries that are cast within it while it is active. Couple this with your Cerulean hidden tier, and you can start boss fights with a sizable advantage. You can start Sorceress Salon's quest to get some new spells and gear, and if you finish this whole quest, you can gain Azur's Glintstone Crown, which specifically increases the damage of Comet Azur by 15%. You can find her in the Waypoint Ruins in Limgrave, and if you want help completing her entire side quest, you can visit our full guide on IGN. You can also defeat Margit the Fell at the start of Stormvale Castle to receive a talisman pouch, and defeat Godric at the end of Stormvale to get his Great Rune. Far to the north, in Caria Manor, you can find some more spells and unlock Rani's side quest, as well as Celavus's powerful ice magic. You can also explore some caves and catacombs to collect grave gloveworts and smithing stones. You can use these to upgrade your Spirit Ash summons and weapons respectively. Caves are shown on the map by these red circles, and catacombs are hinted at by these statues that point you in their direction. Once you have 60 points in intelligence, you are finally ready to execute the ultimate magic build. Upgrade Lusat's Glintstone Staff as much as you can at the blacksmith before equipping Comet Azur and Terra Magica, as well as your Flask of Wondrous Physic with the Cerulean hidden tier. Firstly, get in range of your target, then cast Terra Magica. Drink your Flask of Wondrous Physic and then quickly cast Comet Azur to watch your opponents melt. Even at the minimum requirements, this spell will absolutely obliterate any enemy you've come across so far, and it will continue to become stronger as you upgrade your staff. Any levels that you get from here can be spread out between a relatively high mind stat for a high FP pool, vigor, and as much endurance as you could spare. You have a bit more room to increase your intelligence further as well, but you may get more out of creating a more survivable character first before continuing to strengthen them. There are also a number of talismans available to you that can help this build be even better, such as the Magic Scorpion Charm, Graven School, or Graven Mass talismans. Let us know if you would use this build yourself and if you would include any other spells, staves, or equipment to create your own take on a Master Sorcerer. For more on Elden Ring, be sure to check out our Bleed build guide for a more melee-focused character, or our guide for how to unlock the secret endgame area of Miquella's Halig Tree. For all your other gaming needs, keep it here on IGN.